Hey there everyone, it's Anthony back with another video here on Single and Placing. Hi, hope you're having a fantastic day, weekday, weekend, week, month, evening, morning, overnight. All of that good stuff. We're just out here on a little Sunday evening stroll. Gonna take Apollo out for some exercise, take me out for some exercise, all of that good stuff. It's been quite the lazy day today. Well, I guess not 100%, but pretty lazy. So yeah, I hope you're doing well, and don't forget to leave in the comments how things are going for you. So yeah, we're just out here rocking and rolling. It was incredibly, you can see by the downed trees and twigs and branches, it was an incredibly windy day yesterday. We had, in some parts of the state, over, or I think about 100-mile-an-hour winds. So it was just crazy windy. These poor trees have been taking a beating because we had that snow come through a few weeks ago that downed a bunch of trees. And then all yesterday and last night, we just had extreme winds, and you could just hear the trees cracking and branches breaking all over the place. We lost power for quite a bit of yesterday going into last night. And so yeah, it was just a mess. No internet, anything like that. And then we got power, I want to say early this morning, back again. And it must have been going off and on. But for the majority of the day, it was just kind of intermittent power. But we survived. We're here. And yeah. So this morning, Apollo and I woke up, hung out a little bit, just kind of got life back together. Diamond painted for a little bit, and then my roommate and his girlfriend, we went and got brunch, and came back to the house, and I was desperately trying to upload and process my announcement video for Summer with the Masters 2024 because, I couldn't do it yesterday with the power stuff. I couldn't get it uploaded. And of course, the internet, I don't know if the internet was being extra slow because of the power issues or if it was just being slow but regardless, it took a long time. So we got that uploaded. Diamond painted a little bit more, tidied up the kitchen, and then we took a nap. And so we just woke up from that a little bit ago, and I was like, we should probably get some kind of exercise in today. So that's what we're doing. And I also tried filming, or I filmed 2 responding to your comments videos, as well as a vlog, each of them being anywhere from an hour and a half to 2 hours. So like almost 6 hours of content. And I was trying to get them, I was trying to upload and process one. The other 2 were still on the memory card, and my upload had some kind of error. And in the midst of trying to figure that out, I lost all of the content. I think it was trying to transfer off of the memory card and onto my hard drive on my computer, and everything froze up, and it just corrupted the files on the memory card, and then the ones on the computer hadn't fully uploaded. So I lost everything. So I'm sorry it's been a little bit quiet from me in terms of vlogging, but I lost three consecutive videos over 6 hours of content, and between that, because of that and losing all that, I've just been kind of not super motivated to try again. I was like, you know what, maybe this is a sign that I need to take a little bit of a break. So I didn't film anything last week. I just kind of did my own thing. Oh, you're just gonna pee right on the street, huh? I just kind of did my own thing. Obviously, we were still walking and hiking and all of that stuff, but I just wasn't super motivated to film. Oh my gosh, look at this. This big old branch fell down. These trees have just been taking an absolute beating. Like there's just branches everywhere on the ground, just because between the wind and the snow, it's just a mess. I think Apollo's fully gotten into his teenage stage. He used to just pee, like he'd go potty and just let it all out in one big go, and now he's learned to do little marking. I don't know if that's just an instinctual thing, but he started just little spits and spurts here throughout our walks and stuff. So I'm like, it's interesting, because I don't think that's a learned behavior from any other dog. He just started doing it. But so anyway, yeah, I'm sorry it's been a little bit quiet over here on the Single and Placing channel. It's just been a lot. And but I will say that as far as, we'll just jump into content, I guess. I have been going live with Jade over at Jaded Gem Shop for the Jaded Jeree 2024 event. I went live with her. Oh, we got a potty break. Hold on. Sorry about that. I had to pick up some potty, so we've got to walk back over to the park, dump this in the trash, and then we'll keep going. But yeah, I started going live with Jade. We did a live a couple of weeks ago as like a prep for the Jaded Jeree before the event started, and then this past Friday, at the time of filming this, we went live again on her channel, which was the first live of the actual event. So we're now, 7 days into the event? 7 days into the event. And so we're at week 1 of 8. And we'll be going live every Friday, as long as schedules and life permits, going live every Friday. And so this upcoming one, as long as I can get this uploaded and it actually works, this upcoming one will be on my channel, and then we'll just rotate back and forth. So it'll be Fridays, every Friday, through April and May. I might, well, it just depends on life and schedule, but, if I have other plans and things going on, then there might be days where Jade's flying solo, or if she has stuff going on, but more than likely she'll be there. I just don't want to promise that I'll make all 8 of them and then something comes up. This past one, we actually had plans to have a bunch of friends over, and we had a bonfire and just hung out and stuff. And so I was kind of on a little bit of a tighter schedule for this one, but it was about an hour and 15 minutes, hour and a half. So if you haven't checked that out on the replay and you want to go check it out, I suggest you bop over there and bop over to Jade's channel and check it out, because it was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun. So yeah, we had that, and then I had a long chat with Katie over at Diamonds in Washi, just to hammer out some of the details for Summer with the Masters, which was awesome. I love chatting with her, just in general. I really enjoy getting a chance to connect with her. But I took Apollo on a walk while I was chatting with her, and I think we must have talked for like a couple hours, just catching up, and going over the event details. So once we nailed all that down, we're like, okay, let's get the announcement video up so people have time to order customs or grab their whip or whatever, whatever project you all will be working on for that event. So we got that all hammered out, and then that video just went up today, a few hours ago. Come on. So I'm super excited for that event, and that'll be going from June 1st through July 31st. So I am locked in for events between now and August. My whole summer is pretty much taken up, or the beginning of spring and the beginning of summer, which is good. It's nice to have all that confirmed and planned out. And yeah, I'm super excited. And I know Katie's really excited too. So I'm curious to see which projects she ends up. Apollo, I don't know what that is. Come on, I don't know what that is. To see what projects she ends up selecting for the event. But yeah, hold on. So yeah, and you might be able to tell I have the windscreen on the microphone, so I'm hoping that's catching a lot of the wind noise, but it's still pretty, it's not, 60, 70 mile an hour winds, but it's still windy here today. And it's cool, but sunny. Like the temperature is actually really nice. It's nice and refreshing and cool. But there's minimal clouds, so we're getting plenty of sun, so you still get the warmth from that, but definitely have the wind coming through. But yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else. If you haven't watched the announcement video for Summer with the Masters, I suggest you go take a look. But yeah, go take a look at that announcement video if that's an event that you were planning on participating in. Some changes this year versus last year. Couple big changes. So rather than doing a weekly video every single week through June and July, we decided to do every other week for Summer with the Masters. So instead of me putting up 4 videos throughout the event, I'll be doing 2, and then Katie will be doing 2. So we'll each do 1 a month. I have my Cedar Point trip coming up in June, and just life, life in general. It just makes a little bit more sense to try to kind of streamline it, tone down the cadence of event videos. But everyone so far, at least from what I've seen over on Katie's video that she put up and then mine, seems to be responding pretty well to that, which is good. And it'll give me time I'm probably going to pre-record at least one of my videos, if not both, and try to do some research. I haven't decided what my topics are going to be quite yet. I have a list of ideas, but most likely I'll be doing some kind of whip and chat and talking about my current whip or whips and just the history of the artwork and stuff will probably be one of them. And then if I can figure out some time to do some kind of museum trip or something like that, like I did last year, I'd love to do that again. But we'll see. I'm also trying to think of other potential topics to cover that are related to artwork of old masters, that kind of thing. We'll see. I have a bunch of ideas kind of tossing around in my head. It's just committing to doing the research and stuff, and planning that, and maybe writing out some notes or scripts and stuff. So yeah, and if there was any particular type of video that you really enjoyed from last year's content, let me know, and maybe I can incorporate something similar this year. So yeah. But it'll be nice to have that cadence reduced a little bit so we can focus on life stuff or have that flexibility too. And we kind of agreed that if there's any other content that we want to put up that's event related, then of course we can just include that, like the unofficial videos that won't have giveaway announcements and stuff. They'll just be event videos that aren't part of the official cadence. So I was like, well, if I come up with a random idea that's, old masters related, I think it's fine for us just to share it anyway. So, but at least we're not over promising and then feeling stressed about oh, I've got to get another video up. Oh, another video needs to go up, and this and that. So I think that'll be nice. And then the other big change that we decided to do is as far as sponsors and giveaways and prizes and all that stuff, it'll be the same as last year in terms of, you know, week one video will go up, and at the end of that video it'll say, hey, here's the prizes and, you know, giveaways and stuff that we have for this week. Here's how you enter for a chance to win, and the winners will be announced on the next video, which will be like week 3. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it'll be the second video that I do. So I guess how it'll work is I'll do a video. Let's say it's week 1. I'll say, here's all of the prizes that we're doing for this week. Those winners will be announced in my July video. And then Katie will do the same. She'll have her June video, announce those giveaways. It'll be announced in her July video. And then we'll probably do a wrap-up of some kind. I'm just spitballing here. I'll have to double check with Katie. But we'll do a wrap-up of some kind, probably at the end of July, beginning of August. That'll have the July's winners announced for those 2 videos, and we'll probably do a grand prize. I don't know if that'll be all in one big old honkin' video, or if we'll break it up. I'm not sure. We're still figuring the cadence of the actual content still. But we just wanted to get the announcement up. So, with that, as far as the style of prizes and giveaways, I love your blinker. Because as far as the style of prizes and giveaways, we agreed that we would just do all gift cards this year. So rather than asking shops to ship stuff to people and prepare, you know, special edition items. And of course, if shops decide to do that, I guess that would be totally okay if a shop's like, oh, well, we were going to do an Old Masters themed XYZ to put up for sale. I think we're still going to be okay with that. But as far as asking shops to ship stuff and prepare stuff, and also us needing to ship stuff from our own homes and prep all that and take it to UPS and confirm shipping with people, and there was unfortunately times with certain products that we couldn't include international customers because the shop either didn't ship internationally or we just weren't able to cover the international shipping. We're just going to do all electronic, all emails, all gift cards. That way it gives participants a chance to purchase or use their gift cards for whatever they want on whatever shop, you know. It doesn't have to be a specific kit or a specific item. You can save it up maybe for when they have a sale, or maybe save them for holidays or stuff like that. I think it'll just provide a lot more flexibility, and hopefully it'll give our international participants a chance to have more opportunity to win a prize or a gift. And we were even thinking, oh, maybe we'll pitch in and just do some Etsy gift cards. That way you can purchase from any old shop on Etsy that you want. Maybe it's not even diamond painting related. Maybe you've been wanting a coaster set or something for your lawn off of Etsy. It just provides a little bit more flexibility, and I hope it still speaks to the spirit of the event as a whole, even though the gifts might not be specifically themed to Old Masters. So look at this big old branch here. Oh my goodness. So that's kind of how we decided to move forward on it. It'll just make it a little bit easier on our end because we're eliminating the shipping aspect of it, and we're hoping that it also benefits participants because you'll be able to have more options and more people will be eligible to win. So I really like it. Who knows? I don't know if I'll be co-hosting next year. We do this year by year. I don't know what the event will look like next year, but it could be completely different next year we decide to go back to actual products and stuff. But this just made the most sense for 2024. Just take some of that pressure off And I think it'll be mutually beneficial for everyone. Come on, let's go, sweetheart. So yeah, that's kind of everything there. And we'll circle, if we have time, we'll circle back and I'll talk a little bit about why that was also something that I appreciated too. But going back to content and losing those files, I had filmed nearly 2 hour responding to your comments videos. Ooh, that wind. 2 responding to your comments videos that were lost. So unfortunately, there was a ton of comments that I tried to get caught up on and respond to that I lost. So it's a huge bummer, and it was one of the reasons why I was like, I just need a break, because I feel like I really potentially let some folks down that like that format, because I don't think I'm going to be going back and responding to old comments, because I really don't even know where I would have left off necessarily, because I have nothing to reference. So I did give a heart and a like to those comments. So if you see a heart and a like on your comment, just know that I did read it, I did acknowledge it, and I made an attempt to respond, but unfortunately I lost that content. So I will still be doing responding to your comments videos in the future. It's something that'll still work into my repertoire. Hold on. It's definitely something I'll still be working into my schedule from time to time, but I may also be doing physical typed responses again, because now I'm a little gun shy of putting all my eggs in that basket, and then if I lose the content, it just bums me out, and I don't want people to feel like I'm not acknowledging their comments and responses. So it'll probably be a combination of the two, as I feel the need to do one or the other, or whatever my mood's in. But I think just relying solely on the responding to your comments videos, there's a risk that I could, if I lose the video, then I just don't want people to feel left out. So I'm going to try to set aside some time once a week, like I used to do, which was usually Thursday nights. I would sit down and devote a couple of hours to typing out and just responding to comments that way. So I'll probably be doing that for a little while, to try to get myself caught up to where we currently are. I won't start doing that until this video goes up, so people have a fair notice that that's changing, or I'm starting to do that again here and there. But I'll most likely be typing responses to comments to get caught up to wherever we're at that time, or at least try to get more caught up. And then we'll just, it'll just be here and there. Some weeks might just be typed. Some weeks I might get a wild hair and decide to film responding to your comments video, because I really do like filming them. I prefer doing it that way. But once again, it just, that hurt when I was like looking for I was trying to click on the files to open them, and it's like error, corrupt file, error. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. And I tried pulling them down onto a different laptop. That didn't work. I tried a number of different things to try to salvage that stuff, and it was just gone. It's just gone. So anyway, yeah, just be mindful. You might get a typed response to your comment. You might get a response via a video, but one way or another, I will respond to all the comments that I get in. One way or another, I'll make it happen. What do you think, buddy? Let's keep moving. So yeah, that's kind of all as far as content stuff goes. I still am working on, not actively working on, but I'm still going to be doing that diamond painting tip comparison video at some point. I'll get that done. And then I filmed an unboxing of a round drill kit, actually 2 of them, two kits that I got from Diamond Art Club. Someone had suggested in a previous video that I do two of the same kit, and I do one as it's charted and then I enhance the other and do a compare and contrast. So I filmed the unboxing for those, and I'll be kitting up the one that I'll be doing without enhancements. I'll be kitting that up probably this week, if not next week, getting it all kitted up and start to work on that. And that'll just kind of be a side project that I work on during summer with the masters. And then I will purchase the enhancements. Purchase the enhancements. And once that first one is done, I'll start working on the enhanced kit. And I'll be filming me purchasing all the enhancement drills. I'll be filming, why I decided to pick which colors I picked and all that stuff. I'll be filming myself shopping on DP with Sparklers for the drills, and then I'll start working up that kit. So that one probably won't start. It just all depends on how much I'm able to get done, but that probably won't start until around August. So I could see that enhancement video going up sometime in September. So I know that's a long ways out, but working on two kits it's time. It takes time. And it's not something I can just snap together. It's going to be a long-term project, but I did film at least the start of it. And that unboxing video, that first unboxing video for that project will be going up sometime, I think at the beginning of May, because I have Jaded Gem Shop unboxings that'll be going up every week for the rest of the month, I believe. So yeah, long-term content, but I just wanted to let folks know that have been waiting or looking for an update on that, like when I'll be doing that. I'm actively going to start working on it in June is probably right around the time where I'll start working on the first kit. And then, so I'm hoping June and July I can get the non-enhanced one. And I forget the name of it, but I'll include a picture of it here, Editing Anthony. It's like Lotus Koi Fish something or other. It's not a big kit. It's like 40 by 60 or 40 by 50 something. And it's a round drill. So I should be able to work it up relatively fast, but keep in mind I've got to do it twice, which I don't mind. I think I'll probably give one away and then keep the enhanced one for myself. But yeah, just be aware that is something that I'm actively prepping and planning and working on. So pen tips video and my enhancement comparison videos will be coming, I'd probably say sometime in the fall. And then other than that, we still have the A Question of Reality event to do. And now that Summer with the Masters is all locked in, that probably will be September and October. And that'll just be a paint-along kind of low-key event. I'm doing it all on my lonesome, as far as I know. It's just going to be me essentially talking about different topics that are represented in that kit, and because it just really interests me, and I've been actually doing a lot of watching and listening to some content in regards to like dimensions and reality and theories and stuff, just to kind of get myself in that headspace, and I've really been enjoying it. I've been listening to a YouTuber, his name is Wendigoon, and it's based off of the cryptid Wendigo, I think is the name of the cryptid, and he just does a lot of like dives into like different theories and stories and creepy pastas, but also does like a lot of like reality, talking about reality and what is reality, and was this some sort of break in the dimensions and a ripple in time, like all of that kind of stuff is his kind of subject matter. So it's been helping me kind of get in the mood. But I need to sit down with that kit. I've already done this, but I wrote down 8 different subjects that are depicted in that kit. And so I need to start doing actual like listening and listening to content specific to those so I can actually start writing out some more detailed research, because I've only done cursory glances, but I figure I have some time there. But that will most likely be happening September and October. More details will probably come in August for that, like my actual announcement video and all that. And then I've tossed around the idea to some other content creators to see if they'd be interested in joining me for a video to talk about one of the subjects or some of the subjects. So you might see some guest stars this fall as well. I just need to double check. We're so far out, so it's hard to say. But yeah, other than that, I also have a shop spotlight coming up, probably sometime in May. A shop spotlight, maybe earlier than that, maybe even at the end of this month. We'll see. But either later in April or in May, you'll see a shop spotlight. I won't say who it is just yet, but I'm very excited. And I'll be actually filming that this coming weekend. So it's just a matter of editing and stuff when it actually goes live. But we'll have that too. So lots of stuff coming up over the summer and fall. But yeah, it's kind of nice just doing Jaded Jeree as live streams. And this last live stream, I talked just very briefly, thanks to Wikipedia, about my current whip gizmonda. Just talked about a little bit of the history of that art piece or the play that it was created for. So that was kind of fun. And we'll be doing those little shallow dives I think each week. I think this next one will be Jade's turn. But yeah, so that's kind of what's going on content-wise. Other than that, I'll just try to keep up with filming vlogs at the same time, and maybe whipping chats if I get a wild hair. But probably just vlogs, unboxings, and then of course any finishes that I have to share as well. And I guess speaking of that, we can talk a little bit about where I'm at with all of my current whips and projects and purchases and all that stuff. Right now I have what do I have? So I have, let's do the Jaded Gem Shop kits first. We've got Moussenet Lob Mousse, which is my giant cross-stitch conversion that I haven't made any progress on, but I'd like to get some of it done during Summer with the Masters. So I'd like to at least get another chunk of that done during that event. We shall see. So I have that going. I also have my custom canvas of Apollo. Apollo's Summit is what I've titled it. I have that custom kit going, and I'm just about halfway done with my second column on that. I'm working on it top left to bottom left, and then left to right. So I finished one column. Now I'm halfway done with the second column, and it is really beautiful. I love it. I mean, it's Apollo, of course. Hop up. Good boy. Of course I'm gonna love it. It's Apollo. It's my favorite picture of Apollo. But Jade did warn me when I sent her that image for rendering. She's like, you do realize how much sky is in this photo? This is gonna be like half the image is just gonna be blue, like shades of blue. And I was like, oh, that's fine, I don't mind. I like blues, which is true. I do like blue shades and stuff. You wanna come down here? Let's go this way. I do like blue shades of blue, but oh my goober, this kit is very, very blue. And It's so much. Some areas are color blocking of blues. Some areas are highly confettied, just like checkerboarding and color blending with like 2 or 3 colors. Oh, I'll say, since we're here at Clear Creek, so I tube on this. People go tubing on this in the summer. And this little drop right here is where a lot of people flip upside down. This is like the hardest part to get through, this little rapid. And then you either get off right here on this side, or you get off over there in those stairs off to the distance. That's kind of the last time you can get out. But yeah, let's go. This way. But yeah, it is quite the project. At least where I'm at right now, there's more sky on either side, like the blue really dips down. And so I got done with like, you know, my first row, and at the bottom it's a bunch of rocks, so that was very confettied, different browns and greens and stuff, and then right back to a ton of blue, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. So I'm actually moving pretty slow on that kit compared to how quickly I would normally diamond paint, and slow in the terms of I'll do a couple colors or a few symbols and then I set it aside for a couple of days, because I'm just like, I need a break from all just seeing all blue. Like, you know, you peel back an entire section and it's four shades of blue all mixed up, and it's just like, okay. And it's nothing that I'm not used to. And I don't dislike it. It's just, it's taking me some time. Let's go cut up through this way. So it's gonna look really good. I just got to diamond painting just the little tip of Apollo's butt and some of his tail. So that is helping to mix things up. But I finished a section yesterday that was just all blue the entire way, kind of like sky blues. Once again, beautiful DMC colors. I love the colors, but I just guess I didn't realize, you know, doing an entire, you know, 10 by 15 section of all just 4 shades of blue. And it's not, a lot of it is color blocking, but there's certain areas where it gets highly checkerboarded. And so you're just single placing the entire thing of all one color. And it's like, okay, I need a little bit of a break here. So, but it's looking really good. The actual finished product is fantastic. It looks very photorealistic. So I'm happy with it. It's just, I know that project is going to take me maybe until the end of the year, if not even longer, just because it's something that I can't just sit down and crank through and hammer on, because it's just a little taxing with all of that blue. But once it's done, it's going to look fantastic. It kind of is reminding me of how long it took me to do Senorita. That kit took me just under a year to complete. So I have a feeling this kit's going to take me about the same time, probably about 11 months to a year to complete. But that's good. That's okay. It's going to look good. So I have that this way. So I have that, and then I also have Gizmonda, which is the kit that I'm working on for the Jaded Jeree, and that is from Alphonse Mucha, and it's that giant 60 by 180 centimeter round drill panel. My custom is square, and of course Moussenet Labmousse is square because it's a cross-stitch conversion, but Gizmonda is round, and that's a 60 by 180 centimeter canvas, and I believe it has 50 or 51 colors, and I'm doing that for the Jaded Jeree, and that's been my main focus for the past, well, since April 1st when the event started. I might have started a couple days early on it. No, I started it on the 1st. So I've only been working on it for a week, and that's the one that I've been pretty much working on every night and this past weekend. I'm in love. I'm absolutely in love. Let's go this way. I'm in love with that kit. It's fantastic. It has these beautiful different like so many different beautiful shades, a lot of neutrals, but they're so gorgeous, and there's a good mix. It's highly confettied in certain areas, but I'm going to be getting to soon working on some of the background colors where there's a lot of confetti of like beiges and ivories. So I'm assuming it'll start to move even faster, but I'm loving the heavy confetti, but with lots of different colors, you know? So it's like a little puzzle. It's like a little puzzle. And I think I like doing, if I had to pick, I prefer confetti over color blocking. If I had to pick, at least right now, I'm really liking the confetti. And if I had to pick, I'm loving working on rounds right now over squares. So highly confettied round kits are kind of where my heart's at right now. And so Gizmonda is exactly that. And I'm just really enjoying it. So I want to say I'm about 20% done with that kit. I've completed about a 45 by 60 section out of the 180, or I'm at 60 by 45 out of the 60 by 180 that needs to get done. So we're moving along fairly quickly. There's a chance, a very small chance, that I might actually finish that kit before the end of the event, but I'm not going to hold myself to that, because who knows what life is going to throw at me, and what kind of time I'll need to commit to other things. But there's a potential that I could get that done by the end of the event. We'll see. Come on, buddy. But it's beautiful. I love it. It's massive. I already know where it's going to go in the dining room. So we shall see. Come on, let's go. But it's so much fun. The resin round drills are fantastic. They just fit together so nicely. Jade's quality is just outstanding. And so, yeah, can't speak highly enough about Jaded Gem Shop. And if you still are interested in participating in the Jaded Jamboree, there's still time. It goes all the way till May 31st. Are you gonna stop? Okay. It goes all the way till May 31st, so you still have time. If you were to order a Jaded Gem Shop kit today, it most likely wouldn't come in time for the event. So if you have a whip or a canvas in your stash from Jaded Gem Shop that you want to crack open, you still have time to do that. And you'll just go on, if you want to share on Instagram, hashtag Jaded Jamboree 2024, or on the All Things Jaded Gem Shop Facebook group. So yeah, very, very casual. You know, there's no sign up form. There's nothing needed. You just share your progress, share your love for your Jaded Gem Shop kit, and join us on the various live streams that we'll be doing throughout the event. So yeah, these poor trees, so many downed branches. This guy lost a big one. So that's Gizmonda. Then we have Stella by Diamond Painting Shop. And that kit, no progress on that. I've only gotten like one section of that done. So we've got Stella. And I don't foresee myself even looking or touching that one until after all of these events are done. So that'll probably be one that hangs around until next year. Potentially. I'd love to get all my current whips done by the end of the year, but I just don't know how practical that's going to be with all this other stuff I'm mixing in. Then I have, from Diamond Painting Shop, I also have Summer by Alphonse Mucha, and that project, no progress on, but that is going to be another whip that I try to focus on during Summer with the Masters. I'd like to get that done during that event. So if I can get Gizmonda done by the end of May, then I'll be focusing on Summer from Diamond Painting Shop, and then we'll talk about one other, and also my cross-stitch conversion. Then I have Harbor Lights from Dominic Davidson and Diamond Painting Shop. That kit I was making a ton of progress on, but as soon as Jaded Jeree started, I set it aside to start on Gizmonda. But I'd say I'm about 40 to 45% done with that kit, and that's a 90 by 126 centimeter round drill. It's the biggest kit that I've ever worked on before. And I love it. It's another round. And that one's been a lot of fun because it has crystals and it has ABs and all sorts of other fun stuff. Apollo, let's go this way. I'm gonna stop talking for a second because I've got a hill to climb in front of us. So I'm gonna do that, and then once I get to the top and my breathing has normalized, then we'll keep talking. So 1 second. Okay. So now we're up in the main Colorado School of Mines campus is here. So we're gonna cut through their little lawn area. If Apollo will follow. We're gonna cut through their little lawn area here and make our way back to the house. So many branches on the ground. I came up here last time I filmed one of the lost videos, and so I was like, oh, I kind of like walking this way. So this will have to be part of our normal journey going forward. Let's go. Let's go. So yeah, I really like Harbor Lights. It's a lot of fun. It's very interesting. It's a lot of, there's good sections of color blocking, which I don't mind, but then you go into some confetti and line blocking to kind of break it up. And so it was my main kit that I was working on until April 1st. Come on. Was the main kit I was working on until April 1st. But yeah, now I'm all Gizmonda all the time. The only thing that I did notice with that kit, and it's something that I've noticed with really large kits in the past from other shops too, but from when it was shipped, there's quite a significant amount of creases throughout the canvas, and I tried everything I could to kind of flatten them out. I put books on it for one night, just applying pressure to it, kind of pulling on it a little bit, and I can't get the creases to come out. So that's something that I'll definitely mention in an eventual finish and review of that project, is just struggling a little bit with some creases. They're not everywhere, but pretty much every time it was rolled over and folded in packaging, I'm seeing that crease, and I just have to kind of diamond paint into it or out of it. And I'm sure it won't affect the overall finished look of the project, but if I was to hang it or try to frame it, I think that would probably pose a little bit of an issue. So just something to keep in mind when you're going for the kits that are, over a certain size. Shipping just starts to become a little bit cumbersome. Hop up. Just with the weight of it and how tightly it has to be packed and all the drills kind of pressing up against it, it just caused some folds. And I think just how the cover paper was placed on it, it might have created some folds there. And keep in mind, that is a kit that I left in its box for over a year before I actually started on it. So I think that didn't help either. So yeah, a little bit of a bummer, but it's not the end of the world. Like I said, it was my favorite kit that I had been working on since, or up until April, and it's still something that I will finish this year. I was moving pretty quickly on that kit, so I have a feeling it'll probably be done at some point in the fall. It'll be my secondary project, because it's been my current secondary project. So I'll pick that back up probably sometime in August, September, October, and finish it at some point. So I don't think that's one that I'll be able to hang up anywhere. It's just too big. I don't have a wall that's that big, but it'll be nice to say that I got one of those done. And I haven't seen anyone finish that kit from Diamond Painting Shop. You'll have to let me know if you have seen somebody somewhere post a finish and review of Harbor Lights from Diamond Painting Shop, but I haven't seen anyone complete it. So it'll be nice to have that one in the books. It might be something I hang on to, and if a friend's willing to take something that size, then I'll happily give it away. But it looks beautiful. You know, the rendering's really good, and there's a lot of detail at that size. So, okay. You ready? I promised myself that I would make a HelloFresh meal tonight, because I've got 3 from this past week that I need to use before the veggies go bad. But I'm just not in the mood to cook tonight. And we're walking by Sherpa House, which is a restaurant that I do like here in town. Service has taken some dips and peaks. You know, it's not super consistent service, but the food's good. So I might just order from that and then walk up here with Apollo later on and pick it up, because that sounds really good to tuck into some butter chicken or tikka masala with some naan bread. Oh, that would make my heart sing. But who knows, I might get back to the house and be like, oh, I'll just cook a HelloFresh. Okay, so that's Harbor Lights. And I think that's all of my current whips that have drills down on them, those 6 projects. So 3 from Jaded Gem Shop, 3 from Diamond Painting Shop. Feels a little weird not having a Diamond Art Club kit in my rotation, but it's nice to be supporting some of these smaller shops for sure. So in addition to that, as far as what I have kitted up, not started, I have 4 kits, and I was surprised by the fact that I had a 4th one. I guess one of them's not kitted up, not start. So I have 3. I'll just say that I have 3, and then we'll talk about my plans for any new starts. So I have Inner Garden by Yume Art and Diamond Art Club. That one's kitted up, not started. I have, come on, Muted Sound by Yume Art and Diamond Art Club, kitted up, not started. I keep saying that I need to buy the specialty drills and get going on that, but I just don't think that's going to happen. It's not in the cards for quite some time, so that'll probably be hanging out for the foreseeable future. We'll talk about it again in 2025. I'm just kidding, but maybe not kidding. And then I also have Sunset Crossing by Craftably and Will Cormier. I completely forgot that I still had that kitted up. I had the plans of potentially either kitting it down or taking it to my office for folks to work on. And in fact, I thought I had done that. I thought that not that I had taken it to work. I thought that I had made the intention of taking it to work and had completely set it aside, and I just forgot about it. I just completely forgot about that kit. This was right around the time that I moved. I completely forgot about that kit. Did not know that I still had that in the house. I thought part of me maybe had thought that it was just too big to take to work, and I had just kitted it all down and got rid of the drills and kept the specialty drills. I thought that's what I had done, and tossed the canvas, which is not smart. It's a waste, but I was in this mindset of like, oh, I just don't know if I'll ever actually work on this. So in my head, that was no longer anywhere in my stash. Well, I was going through my little art dot container sets to figure out how many I had empty. And I was like, why is this one so heavy? And I gave it a shake, and there was drills in it. I was like, what project is this? And I opened it, and there it is, Sunset Crossing, still waiting to be worked on, which is kind of nice. that I didn't end up. Come on, let's go fast. Come on. Sorry, everyone. Sorry, you're bouncing. Oh, I had to. There's a hill right here, so you can't see when there's oncoming traffic. You just kind of have to run and cross your fingers. And a truck came up over the ridge right as we were crossing. I was like, go, go. Sorry, you were bouncing everywhere. Let me tighten this up a little bit. There we go. So yeah, that was a little bit of a surprise that I still had that kit in my stash. I just completely blanked on it. Didn't think I owned it anymore. And so I'm glad that I still have it, because now that Craftably announced that they're closing, or maybe they've already closed, I was kind of bummed that I didn't have that kit anymore, because I was like, it would have been nice to still have one Craftably left in my stash to work on at some point in the future, kind of a special occasion kit, you know, last of its kind. And so I'm glad that I still have it and it's kitted up. So I will keep it for the sake of just memories, you know. I will keep it and I will work on it and finish it at some point. It's a great image, and rendering looks good, colors look good, all of that good stuff. It just, you know, wasn't one that was at the top of my list, and I kept pushing it lower and lower on my things that I should work on. So eventually I was like, I just don't know when I'll ever do this, but I'm going to do it. Who knows when, but I'm going to hang on to that kit, because you can't get Craftably kits anymore, unfortunately. So yeah, and it's got crystals. I believe it has ABs in it too. So it should be fun to work up, and it might be something I even decide to enhance at some point in the future. I just don't know when. I honestly just don't know when I'll ever do that. I did notice that Diamond Art Club released that exact same image from that artist, but they released it in square. So yeah, I found that pretty interesting. You know, of course I'm not going to buy it again, but I was like, oh, I know that image, but their rendering their size was smaller because they were able to get more detail with the squares. So I'm curious to see if anyone's finished that yet. And I don't think I'd have to check, but I don't think they included any crazy specialty drills, maybe some fairy dust, but I don't think they put any of their iridescent or electro or anything in it. So I think the one from Craftably might have a little bit more enhancement to it out of the box, but we shall see. You want to go this way? Okay. Yeah, we'll see. So I have those 3 kits kitted up, not started. So 6 whips, 3 kits kitted up, not started. So a total of 9 things out of the box. And then as far as what I need to kit up new starts, I have my lotus and koi fish kit that needs to be kitted up. And so that's on the docket. I probably won't kit that up until May sometime. Well, no. I just said I'll probably do it in the next week or so. I have the storage cases for it. I might as well just do it. But as far as starting on it, I won't be starting on it for a while. So I have that I need to kit up. And then I also have my kit that I'm going to be working on for Summer with the Masters, in addition to my whips. I wanted to incorporate a new start to start on June 1st with everybody else. And so I'm going to do All Is Vanity. And I forget the name of the artist, but that's from Jaded Gem Shop. I unboxed it. That unboxing will be coming in a few weeks. And I fell in love with it. I knew I was going to like the artwork, but I'm so intrigued by working on something that's grayscale. It's only got 13 colors, and it's a square, and it has a ton of 310 color blocking. I'm really curious to see how that's going to work up, but the image is just so cool. It was one of Jade's images. Did I already say that? But it's one of Jade's images that she selected for our kind of special release. So this bridge right here that now says private keep out, you used to be able to cross over it, but I think it's been damaged either by wind or something. But yeah, it's can no longer support a human. They should probably just tear it down. But anyway, so yeah, I want to kit something new up for Summer with the Masters. I doubt I'll get it done, but at least to make some progress on it. And that might be a kit that rolls over into Summer with the Masters 2025. We'll see. I will now have potentially 3-4 projects going into Summer with the Masters that are all old masters to pick from. There's no way that I can get all 4 done. If I get Gizmonda done by the end of May, then I'll only have 3, but 3's still a tall order, conversion. Yeah, so it's just more about being able to share different styles of artwork and different pieces and encourage people to participate more than it is thinking I'm going to get 4 giant canvases done in 2 months. So yeah, we'll see. But last year I started 3 all new projects from square one. All new projects for Summer with the Masters, and I ended up only actually finishing 1. So the fact that my goal this year was to go into this event, Summer with the Masters this year, with some whips. So I feel like I have a little bit of a head start, and that's kind of what I'll be doing. I'll have potentially 3 whips and then 1 new start. So we'll see. We'll see if what I'm able to get done. This Summer with the Masters, my life plans are much more involved. So I have even less time this year potentially to diamond paint over the summer than I did last year. And last year was a reduction even further of the year before. So who knows, I might not get any of them done. But it'll still be nice to have some different options to share with everybody. Good boy. Yeah, because I've got my Cedar Point trip coming up the first week of May. And then I have a week off right around my birthday, which is the 3rd week of June. And I'll be most likely doing a small road trip with Apollo during that time. Stay tuned for more details. As long as life plans kind of stay where they are. A little road trip with Apollo. And then we are going on a little cabin trip. We've done it the past 2 years for 4th of July. So I'll be gone 3 or 4 days then. And then I will most likely be taking some time off later in July, just depending on how things go, to visit some family. So I have a lot of stuff going on during the months of Summer with the Masters, which is, one of the reasons why we decided to kind of tone down the cadence of videos. And ideally, I'll get my videos filmed for Summer with the Masters ahead of time before the event even starts, and then all I'll need to do is cut in the prize winners and giveaway stuff and just film those, tack them on, and then upload the video. That's the goal, that's the plan. We'll see how that all pans out. But I was also thinking it would be cool to, I just don't know as far as time, but I'll be at Cedar Point. My last day in Cedar Point is Sunday, and my flight out of Cleveland isn't until, I think, 9 o'clock at night. But of course, the checkout of the hotel, which I'll have to do a separate vlog talking about Cedar Point at some point in the future, about all my plans. But checkout is at like 11. So I have a day pass for the park that day. So I'll be at the park, but by that point, that'll be my 3rd day at the park. And so I have a feeling I'll have ridden a lot of the stuff that I wanted to ride by that point. So I might just do a half day to maybe re-ride some stuff, or just do a lot of vlogging that day and do some walk-arounds. And then maybe leave the park early, just do like leave at 1 o'clock, 2 p.m. And that'll give me about, 5 hours with the rental car to go back into Cleveland. So I want to do some research and see, if there are any museums in Cleveland, and if you know, tell me, or anything historical artwork wise in the Cleveland area that I could potentially check out, and then maybe I could incorporate something like that into July's video, exploring some history of Ohio or something. So we'll see. That's just a soft idea. There might not be anything for me there, but it might be cool to look into something. Otherwise, I'll just stay at the theme park the rest of the day, the whole day, and then leave when I have to go straight to the airport. We'll see. But yeah. So that's kind of everything. As far as keeping this tight, this is, where are we at? We're already at an hour, which is short for me, but we're circling the house now. We're at the parking lot of the high school. So, yeah, I guess, like I said, I'll start typing out responding to your comments, or doing a video, just depending on my mood. But I will be incorporating typing again. And as far as purchases go, it's been a few weeks, or it's been a couple weeks of filming, and I mentioned my purchases in those lost videos, but I've been snagging a number of things from Diamond Art Club. I got that most recent Respire, I think, from You May Art. I got it's like some sort of tropical waterfall looking thing from Eau Claire Studio. I got the Diamond Art Club putty, scented rose putty, which is doing okay. I'll talk about it more in a future video. I haven't had enough time with it, but it's okay. And then it's good. It's not bad, but you know, I have my favorites. So I also got putty from the Creativity Squirrel, an Australian shop. I got some putty from them, and I really like that scented putty. There's a chocolate orange scent that I'm in love with. But we'll talk more about that maybe in a future Whip and Chat or something. What else? I ordered a new diamond painting funnel, or a drill funnel from, I don't remember the name of the shop. Let me pull it up. I got two different styles. I got a sunflower funnel, or a flower funnel from them, which I'm really excited for. And then I also got a different kind of funnel that you put the art dot containers into, and then just dump your drills into that. So it's almost like a little, like feeds the drills in, which I thought was an interesting concept, because then you don't have to worry about tipping over your drill container. Let me pull up the shop name. Katie sent it to me, and I was like, ooh, I might have to check this out. And then of course I ended up getting something. It's from Zodiac Shadows is the name of the shop, and I got their diamond painting drill funnel for art dot containers, and then I got the diamond painting drill flower funnel, so I could try them both. So I'm excited about that. I think that's it. I have a bunch of stuff to talk about skincare wise, but that'll have to be for a future vlog. But yeah, I guess the last thing that I wanted to touch on is I've gotten some, and I commented, or I responded to your comments in regards to my starting my own diamond painting business parody video. I had a bunch more comments come through for that, but of course I no longer have those responses filmed, unfortunately. But I do want to say thank you so much for your support and your kind words, and you know, having fun along with me in regards to that. It was nice to take a little bit of a break from you know, talking about that so much over the last week. And of course, you know, just like anything else, you know, there's going to be future videos that people are excited about and want to talk about. But yeah, it was nice to take a little bit of a break from feeling like I'm explaining myself or trying to justify things over and over again. But the response has been very, very good overall. So thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. And yeah, I'm gonna keep doing fun. I have a couple more video ideas that are not parodies, but just doing like characters and coming up with a story. I have one for Halloween that I think would be pretty funny, and just some other ones. I have some video ideas for the content for a question of reality that I think would be pretty funny. Like not even funny, but just kind of like weird and different, different takes, or incorporating these ideas of like different dimensions and alternate realities, and how do you tie that into diamond painting and crafting. So I've been coming up with some like weird ideas there that I'm excited to share with everyone. Once again, might not be everyone's cup of tea, but it's certainly not what you would expect from a diamond painting channel, but I want to explore more of like just my different interests and stuff, and maybe try to be a little bit more creative with filming and doing different angles and shots, and maybe coming up with some scripts and incorporating some friends into the videos. So we'll see. But I'm excited where that might lead. And you'll also be getting some vlogs from Ohio, some vlogs from our road trip. You know, I'll be incorporating all of that stuff too. So you might hear a lot of theme park stuff coming up. Like, you know, this channel it just has all of the things that I like, and I just hope you enjoy coming along with me, and all of that stuff. So I appreciate it. Someone did mention in a comment, and I don't think I ever got to it in the clips that I lost, but I will respond to it as it's typed out, and I'll respond to it now. I was gonna, you know, I didn't want to respond to it right away because I didn't, you know, once again, not trying to stir up anything. I'm just trying to answer honestly, and be transparent. And if someone asks a question and I feel comfortable talking about it, I will. But there's no intent here to be like, oh, this will rile stuff up. So I'm just gonna say it, you know, just this once. And if there's follow-up comments and stuff, I'll probably just type a response, because I worry that if we keep going around and around in this circle in regards to people not being happy with that video, then it just won't end. And not that I'm trying to silence anyone or encourage you not to talk about content I put up or express your opinions. That's not the case at all. But I just, at a certain point, I'd like to just talk about other stuff too. So, but at the same time, I don't want to stifle anyone's opinion or make someone feel that they weren't heard or not answer a question. So I will answer it, but that's it. It's just an honest answer, not trying to encourage more conversation or any scuttlebutt around it. So I just want to put that disclaimer out there. You know how I am. So I just tell it like I feel it, you know. But I had mentioned in a couple previous vlogs that I'm intending on destashing or doing some giveaways of a lot of the pens that I currently have in my stash, and I've moved to using a really awesome pen by Diamond Pen Pal, and then I picked up another one from Black Wolf Woodworks that I've been using. It's a little thin for me. I like the chubby size from Diamond Pen Pal, but I do like that Black Wolf Woodworks pen. I've been using that. But I got a second Diamond Pen Pal chubby pen because I'm really loving working with the one that I did get. So I am exploring some other pen shops, and I had mentioned that I just was interested in clearing out my current stash of diamond painting pens. And I just had also mentioned that you know, a shop that I had listed as my favorite, my opinions are different now, and a couple people had asked, you know, what happened, what's going on, because I didn't name the shop specifically, and I won't name the shop specifically again. I won't do that, I guess. But yeah, someone had asked, oh, you know, I know that your favorite shop from last year was this shop, and your whole stash has been from that shop, so what happened? At the end of the day, and they had, the commenter had also said, I forget who commented it, they had also said, I thought that shop was a really reputable shop. It absolutely is. It absolutely is. My my reasoning for letting go of all of my products from that shop, my pens and the one diamond painting I had from them, has nothing to do with quality. I still think they're fantastic pens. I would highly suggest, if you're looking for really high quality pens, it is a shop to look at. And I've never had any issues with quality or customer service or anything like that. I've been happy with all of my experiences from a company and product standpoint. But similar to my story about why I no longer utilize NYX's Notions trays, it's just a personal preference. The shop owner strongly, vehemently disliked or hated that parody video that I put up, and equated what I did by putting on an Australian accent, equated that to a hate crime, which I have obviously feelings about, but I won't get into them. And so that's fine. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. I'm not trying to say, I'm not trying to stifle that opinion, but I don't feel emboldened to support a shop that so outwardly doesn't support the content that I put up, or doesn't understand or accept my reasoning or intentions or any of that stuff. So yeah, it would be different if it was, if it wasn't a shop owner or just someone commenting, it is what it is. But if it is a shop owner that feels that way, then I don't feel obligated to support or promote or spend money at that shop anymore, if that's how much they dislike me and the content that I create. I don't feel obligated to still, in the face of all that, give a portion of my income or a portion of my time or the content I put up to them. So there may be other shop owners that felt just as disgusted or whatever by that video, or feel that it was a crime and I should be I should be jailed for that. But I would suggest to a shop owner, to maybe as a business, as a person, you can feel how you want, or have your own opinion. But as a business, maybe just, I guess, keep that to yourself. Keep that to yourself, because we're all, regardless of how you feel about my content and stuff, I'm still a customer, still a paying customer, still, supported the business side for a long time. And maybe that shop is like, I don't care, your money's not welcome here anymore or whatever. We have, we do not care if you shop from us or support us or not, and that's fine. But I would have to imagine, and maybe this is me just being pompous, but I would have to imagine from what I've seen that, keep retaining customers and retaining a line of, consistent customers and content creators that will lift up and support your shop is really important for a lot of these small shops now more than ever. So I would hope that shop owners would set aside their alliances to other small shops and their online friendships and who they have to stand behind, or all of that nonsense. I hope that would live separately than the need to maintain a solid income, and just let the people that are spending money at your shop spend money at your shop, and probably not rock that boat too much. But maybe what I did was so egregious that it was worth tipping the boat over. I don't know. And at this point, I'm just like, whatever. There's other pens and there's other small shops that I support. And I was, hesitant. Okay, I don't know what that is, but let's go. I was hesitant to even comment on it because I'm not, I've said this a number of times. I'm not anti small business. I'm not anti small shop, but I am pro supporting businesses that either just live in the background and just kind of run their business, or have kind things and have a sense of support to the content creators that purchase their products and recommend their products. So yeah, I'm not anti small shop. In fact, I've been investing more in some small shops now more than I have for a while, because I was trying to really keep those purse strings tight. And I was like, I found the things I like, so I no longer need to buy anything else. And I've kind of stepped out of that because I do see some smaller shops and small businesses, it's a struggle. It's a struggle out there. And so I don't want to completely silo myself if I have the means to show some small shops some love. I have enough putty to last me, I don't know how many lifetimes, eons. I have eons of putty. The putty will live on beyond me, beyond time, beyond reason. My putty stash will live beyond all of that. But I wanted to show creativity squirrel some love, and I was really happily surprised with the quality. So I'm finding a balance there of I'm not just shutting down all of that stuff, but I'm also trying not to amass too many things. But it was a lesson learned for me, for sure, as of another reason why I shouldn't put all of my eggs into one basket. To say, these are the pens or the products that I love, therefore this is all I will ever buy, or this is all I will ever need. That's fine and good until you get burned. And then it's suddenly like, oh, I've got to pivot here. So I think I'm going to try to have a good blend of some products from some different shops. That way I'm spreading the love and talking about more shops and products. So yeah, and one reason that I also was hesitant to talk about this is a lot of shops do sponsor events and sponsor paint-alongs and sponsor community stuff. So I don't want to come out here and say like, oh, I don't like this shop because they said this, blah, 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 blah. And then that comes back to either bite myself or bite any co-hosts that I'm working with, because, shops are like, well, Anthony said this, said this thing, and I'm friends with that shop, so we won't sponsor your event. And I'm going to tell this other friend that owns this shop that they said this, and he said, she said. So now suddenly, there's an event that that gets, is struggling to get sponsors if that's the direction, the event goes. So I just didn't want to jeopardize any, future plans, be it near future, years from now, all of that stuff. So I was just like, but I think that's something that I would just have to address in the moment. And I would hope that once again, as a small business owner, that's not the politics that are being played there, of like, I'm aligned with this shop and this shop owner's a friend of mine, so therefore, I would hope that's not the sentiment that gets kicked around within the small shops that chat with each other. I hope that's not the case, but that's also not something that I can necessarily control. What's done is done, I guess. So if that was to be the sentiment, I would assume it's probably already the case. I just have to move forward and hope that there's plenty of small businesses that I've loved over the few years that I've been diamond painting that love me back. I hope that's the case. And I think I know that's the case. But I did see a couple of those comments, so it's something that I did want to respond to and address, and hopefully close the book on that discussion. At the end of the day, where I spend my money and which shops, be it big, small, left, right, up, down, that I decide to not only purchase from but mention on my channel, is a completely personal preference, and those preferences might change and evolve over time. So that was a lesson learned for me, is to not be like, this is the one, this is the only, because that might not always be the case, you know? So yeah, but once again, if you were wondering that as a question of, should you buy from that shop? You know, is there an issue with quality or something with that shop that you should be aware of? Absolutely not. If those are products, just like I had a discussion, I forget who it was. Was it Loba Crafts? I forget. Somebody had commented and was asking about Nix's Notions trays. In no way would I ever tell someone they should throw out their products or not purchase from them. They're fine quality. I really enjoyed them while I was working on them. It's just a personal preference outside of that made me kind of adjust. And it's the same situation here. So I would never say, get rid of XYZ product or never purchase from XYZ brand. No. You spend your money where you feel it's right. And as far as product quality and customer service and the actual business itself, zero issues. Very, very happy. But it's just a personal preference of who I want to talk about on my channel. And yeah, if a shop owner is disgusted or vehemently against the content I put up, or believes I've committed a serious crime with putting on an Australian accent, then I'm going to be hesitant to support them and talk about them. And that's just common sense, you know, or that should be. I hope that sounds reasonable to you, you know. I don't see why I would need to, or why I would feel beholden to, you know, to mention and spend my personal funds at a shop that feels so negatively towards me as a content creator. It just doesn't make any sense. So that's that. I hope that's okay. And once again, if you decide to respond to, you know, comment on that, that's fine. But I'll probably just type a response to acknowledge you or reach out to you individually. But I'd really just like to close the book on it. But I didn't want to ignore you either. So yeah, let me know how things are going for you. If you are excited for either the current Jaded Jeree event or the upcoming Summer with the Masters event, let me know, because I am thrilled to be able to you know, co-host and participate in these events again, or, you know, Jaded Jeree for the first time, but Summer with the Masters for the second year. And I'm really looking forward to this summer for a number of reasons. Roller coasters, diamond painting, hiking, dog walks, cuddling with Apollo. It's all going to be great. So don't forget to like, subscribe, share this content with friends, family members, anyone that you think might take some value out of this content. Otherwise, happy placing. We'll see you next time. Bye. 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 Oh, my hands are so cold. Come here. Come here. Hi, hop up. Oh, good boy. That was a good one. You haven't done one that good in a while. Okay, bye.